Internet.
Hello.
Am I broken?
Hi.
I'm not broken. That means you won't all make fun of me for saying hello, Internet, while you think I can't hear you. Excellent. Welcome to Queer Questers, Internet.
Yeah.
This is episode 4. We've been doing this for a month. That is ridiculous. It does not feel that long. I had a hard time remembering this was episode 4 because it feels like episode 2. Really does.
We've gone about as far as like a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Elliot
really
will
stumped.
be played by Daisy for the first half of this episode.
Yes, you will notice
Our
regular viewers. Do you have regular viewers after 4 episodes? Maybe you do.
So.
Regular viewers, you will notice we are missing someone today. Everyone's favorite mediator is not with us today. Unfortunately, Elliot can't be here. Maybe they'll come in later, maybe not. We don't really know, but for now, we get to all spend some time with everyone else, and that's great. Everyone gets a little more time. As per usual, announcements. It is Wednesday. I don't know, I don't have any announcements, really.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It's a deck of many, our regular announcement. They make cool reference cards. They sponsor this channel. Because they gave me free stuff, basically. They're cool. This is a NPC card. It's a werebear. I no longer hold up monsters because my players think I'm just going to murder them. Yeah, you should get them. They're cool. I think they might even be on sale right now. So that's fun.
They were doing a Cyber Monday Black Friday sale.
Yeah. So it might be
But
done.
alas, it is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. But it might still be on sale. You should get them. They're super cool. And that's pretty much all that I have. Oh! If you tried to tune in on Saturday for Cold Iron, I apologize profusely. My internet shit the bed. As it seems to like to do a lot when we stream. So we put it up on YouTube. It goes up on YouTube anyway, but it went up on YouTube today. Go check it out, our Iron and Ice Productions YouTube. It was a really good episode with a lot of role-playing. But enough about all of that. We are here to play a game of Teens and Feelings. When we last left off, things were a little bit hairy. Our party found themselves here in Professor Theraval's office, the top of the Arcana Tower. They have successfully caught 2 of the 5 Displacer kittens that are hiding amongst them. And I say caught, they really only caught 1. The other one was just in their room. So that's going really well for them.
That counts. We had to roll checks and stuff.
So they caught 2. They have identified a 3rd one, they think, maybe, in the professor's office. And we ended with a bit of a cliffhanger whereby, in typical cat fashion, the Displacer kitten was about to knock something off the desk of the professor, who did not know there were Displacer kittens. And Nimble took a running dive to catch it. And
succeeded.
And succeeded.
Yeah, that was a nat
Yes.
20, I think.
Yes. Or it was very high anyways. So, Nimble just kind of went sliding across the room and caught the thing as it fell. And that is where we're going to pick up, putting Nimble on the spot. Oh, actually, before we get started, I forgot an announcement. We are letting you be an NPC if you subscribe to us. That's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you subscribe, you can become an NPC in Queer Questers, or Cold Iron if you want. That's cool too. But we're doing Queer Questers, so I assume you want to be in Queer Questers. You get to be a student. So subscribe and show up in our game. That's fun. All right, now back to it. Nimble, you are like this.
Okay. Out on the floor.
On the floor.
Okay. What am I holding?
You are holding a strange crystal. It's long maybe, I don't know, that long, finger length long. Yes, I did that. And it's smooth and it's black, but the end has like a bunch of like jagged points all over. It kind of gets wider near the top and goes out into some jagged points.
It's beautiful. I pocket it.
All right. Excellent.
I steal that.
Yeah.
Yep, stealing from the professor. Cool.
Do any of us who are looking into the room see that?
No.
Okay.
How sneaky are you being, Nimble?
Well, the roll that I did was a stealthy.
That was to slide across the floor quietly.
I'd assume that be trying to be kind of
Okay.
stealthy.
Then go ahead and roll stealth. And Frankie and Sinesh and Sahar, you can all check that against your passive perceptions.
Oh, okay.
I got a 21.
Well, since I'm in there with Nimble, is it possible to help by like stepping in front? Because I feel like we were
Yeah, sure, you can assist.
like we were both okay.
Yeah.
Like we were both in there, so I feel like Frankie was like
Yeah, you can assist. That's
aware.
Cool.
Okay.
So then just Sahar and Sinesh, who I don't think are going to perceive the 21.
No, not passively.
No, Sahar is really firmly invested in his and on this page, and on this page, and on this page.
Amazing. Yeah, you are talking to the professor. He's giving you the book, Mediocre Beasts and Where You Might Find Them.
Where one might locate
Oh yes,
them.
where one might locate them. I need to write that down or I'm going to forget. What's in the book of Mediocre Beasts and Where One Might Locate Them?
Well, you see on page 395, there's the not Dusa, which is just a woman with a snake on her head, and on page 396, there's a Biclops, which is just a man, that's just a person, and on page 397, there's it's just a dragonborn. This is a little racist.
It's just the one guy in the different costumes on every page.
This is my favorite book forever. And I'm going to find ways to bring it in all the time. Yes! So Professor Theraval is looking at you very strangely for how excited you are about this.
Moderately uninteresting beasts.
Yes, moderately uninteresting beasts.
I love that it's like an ancient tome that's basically a spirit Halloween catalog.
And on page 398, there's just a sexy law enforcement.
There it is. Yeah. I like the off-brand Harley Quinn. Like,
The
oh,
sexy
she's
law.
a sexy, crazy jester.
The sexy law enforcement person looks similar to
That's-
Noor.
Yes, the sexy law
Yes.
enforcement person does look similar to Nor. They will enjoy that fact when they get back to the game. So, you are going on, and Professor Theraval's starting to get a little suspicious because no one has ever been this excited about mediocre beasts and where you might locate them. It's not common that students come to my office late at night. I just realized I've forgotten his voice, and this is probably not the same voice
It's
as last
Professor
week.
Snape.
It was a bit Snape-y. Yeah.
It was more
Snapely.
Snapey. Yeah. But he's not that Snape-like. Maybe. We don't know. We'll see how the game goes. Okay. It's very uncommon for students to come to my office at this hour.
Do you want me to stop, because I'm almost on page 400, and that's where you see the Sinks, which is just a cat.
Speaking of cats, did you say you were looking for cats?
Yeah, little ones. Have you seen any?
No. As I said, pets are not allowed here.
They're not, pets isn't, pets isn't quite the right word, I think. I think they're
familiars?
stowaways.
Okay.
Maybe also familiars. I'm not sure.
Perhaps I should assist you in finding these creatures. And as he is sort of, he's just literally about to, like, turn around towards his desk. What would you like to do?
That's really not necessary. It's just we just wanted to is there might be one in your office.
Why do you think there is one in my office?
Smell.
Yeah, Nimble smelled it. Not in like a stinky way, but in a Nimble is good at smelling way.
Yeah, in a tracking sort of way.
Okay. And with that, he fully turns around to witness Nimble still on the ground, presumably.
I think at this point, I'd probably, like, if this was happening at the same time as me, like, sliding, I think I'm starting to get up and probably messing things up on his desk, like just trying to catch the little cat as it's like walking around.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna get you, since you are trying to catch the cat, to make a dexterity check to try and catch that cat.
Oh, I'll catch that. Well, we'll see if I catch that cat.
Can I be kind of playing like defense, like, so if it tries to like run towards the door, I'm like,
sure,
ready.
Yeah. So you can you count that as the help action, and you can go ahead and roll with advantage, Nimble.
Oh, okay. 15 and not natural 20.
All right. Well, it takes you a bit because it's never quite 100% where you think it is. It's very quickly almost look like it's teleporting around the desk. And, just as you go to, like, put your hands on it, it shows up in a different spot. But you finally get one paw down on its tail. And you kind of, like, pick it up, by the tail. And then cradle it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I highly doubt you would actually carry it around by the tail. But you had to grab it, it was quick. Got it by the tail, started to cradle it. Oh yeah, he sees the kitten as you're kind of like pulling it up, and he actually reaches down to you, Sahar, and like grabs mediocre beasts out of your hand and starts like flipping through it, and he gets
it's a displacer beast,
but a little one,
small one. Baby one. We're gonna give it to Madam Raven.
You brought displacer beasts to Grumany.
We didn't. Yes, we did. I did.
No, you didn't.
I don't want what's her name to get in trouble.
What's her name is Merida, and
you know the woman from Brave.
Merida.
I can't even believe. You know what? We need to summon Madam Raven right away. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
We've rounded up quite a few of them already. We don't need to talk to her yet.
It might be better if we find the rest of them before we summon Madam Raven.
Yeah, that way we can present the problem with a resolution.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on,
Either
Frankie.
Sahar or Frankie. You're kind of
I'll let
helping each
Frankie
other,
do
so
it.
one of you can roll with advantage.
Okay, I have -1, so maybe Sahar wants to take this.
Okay. This is what are we rolling? I'm sorry.
Persuasion.
Persuasion is, I have quite a modifier on that. That's, so you said I can roll with advantage?
Yeah, because Frankie's there trying to back you up.
So that was a 5.
All right, well, roll again, and
that's a 14.
That's a little better.
Okay.
Unfortunately, still not quite enough.
Yeah, figured.
And I just can't. And he goes over to his desk, and he's about to grab for a onyx-colored statue thing that is no longer there.
Nimble's just gonna dash out with the kitten.
You're gonna run. All right, Nimble is running out of the office. What are the rest of you doing?
Frankie's right behind her to grab the box.
Okay. All right.
To get going.
So Frankie and Nimble are running out of the office with the kittens.
Sahar's just looking at Sinesh like,
we're really sorry for everything, and we know this is against the rules, but we really want to help everyone, and so we're gonna go get the rest of the kittens, and then we'll come right back, and then we'll go from there. We're really sorry.
yeah, we're really, really sorry. Bye.
Bye.
They run out. All right. So you have all dashed out of the office. Yep.
Can't get in trouble if your problems can't catch you.
We're gonna get expelled on night 1. I'm having that Hermione Granger moment of like, we're going to be killed or worse, expelled.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what's going through Sinesh's head right now. Just like, oh no.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Maybe you will. I guess we'll see. Anyway, that was a great campaign, everyone.
Campaign over.
So you head out of the office. What are you doing? You're immediately out of the office. Frankie and Nimble, where did you go running to?
I picked up the box and I'm just trying to keep up with it wherever Nimble's going.
Okay, so Nimble, you ran first. Where are you going?
I'm trying to get out of the tower. That's my first concern. Because like, as long as we get out of the tower, the guy might not be able to find us. He doesn't seem to have a good sniffing capability. So yeah, I'm getting out of that tower.
I like that you just assume he doesn't have a good sniffing capability. You're like, I'm a cat. I'm the best sniffer.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you head down. You all, I assume, Sahara and Sinesh are following everyone. Okay, so you all head down. You get out to the bottom of the tower. You're all breathing really hard because you just ran super fast all the way down the entirety of the tower, which is very tall. There are no Babadook spots in the tower, unfortunately. So, yeah, you are down at the bottom of the magic tower. It is another hall. This one's empty. It's not like it's grand as the other one. Portraits on the wall, that kind of thing. You're on the opposite side of the school from the first tower you went up that had the sword room and also where your residence was. Like, that's on the other side, so you're on the opposite side of the school. What would you like to do now?
Can we take a minute to chat, please?
Look here, let's get the kitten in the box, and I want Frankie to like open up a little corner for Nimble to slide the wee thing in.
Yeah.
That's taken care of.
Careful, watch your paws.
It is clearly dawning on Sahara that he has just lied to an authority figure, and he's just slowly like melting in place. Like,
yeah, no, that's exactly like. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do this in game. Okay, guys, we need more of a plan than just running around by the seat of our pants because we're breaking rules and we're lying to teachers, and I'm not comfortable with any of that. Like, these pets they're not even supposed to be here, but I don't want anybody to get in trouble. I don't want to get expelled. Like, this is not a good way to start school. So what do we do?
Do we know that we're breaking rules? Or are we just assuming we're breaking rules?
The professor literally said, yeah, that we were, yeah.
Oh,
Pets aren't allowed. That's
No
what
pets.
he said.
they're not
And
pets.
I feel like that's an argument for Nora to be making. Once we have all of them.
I think he's even more upset that they're displacer beasts.
And I look at Merida and I say, you called them your pets, right?
She actually didn't follow you, you all realize when you get to the bottom of the thing.
Where's Merida? Frankie? Nimble? Mm-mm.
I didn't see her.
Well, we're already cleaning up her mess, so like she could take one for the team.
I mean, she brought the animals in, so they are ultimately her responsibility. I just don't want to make things worse than they already are. So do we have a plan for catching these last two kittens? And then I said we would go back up to the professor's office, so we got to do that. And then we got to put this box back where it came from so we don't steal that. And then probably go right to bed.
That probably, yeah. And then probably get in trouble.
Probably.
I think at this point, Frankie kind of pulls out her knitting needles again and has actually started to make a rudimentary little net to try to catch some of these things.
Do we want to put the cats we already have back in our rooms so that we don't have to have Frankie carrying a giant box around?
Well, how close is our room compared to where we guess the other kittens are?
Over
I
there.
think it's a ways away at this point.
Might as well keep them with us.
Okay. So there's two towers we haven't checked. We might as well just go clockwise, I guess, sundial wise. And maybe we should just tell the truth.
I think so. She's nervous. She's scared. It's understandable. So maybe if we explain that, we're just trying to help someone who's nervous about settling in. I mean, we all are, aren't we?
And my mom did say that they do really like to push camaraderie here. And this could, be an exercise in student bonding.
Could be.
Try to argue that.
I also didn't read anything about pets in the letter, so we just didn't know about pets.
Nimble is looking very uncomfortable and like sheepish and like just I'm sorry. I think I made things worse than they would have been. I don't think first. And then Nimble's just gonna dash up the stairs to go find Merida and the teacher.
Nimble, what?
Nimble!
All right. When you get up the stairs, you find that the office door is now locked. Yeah, that's right. I'm a railroad ya. What's happening?
You monster!
Monster. Nimble realized that last time knocking worked, so Nimble's gonna knock.
All right, you knock. How long do you wait?
like 5-10 minutes. Like I'm willing to wait for a while.
You knock, no one answers. You knock again, nothing. You wait 10 minutes, no one comes to the door.
Where did Merida go? She turned into a bear?
Nimble's gonna just walk down the stairs. I don't know what anyone else is gonna do in that time.
Not move personally. Sit on the crate so the cats don't wiggle around, and just don't want to lose anyone else, and just wait for people to come back.
All right, Frankie, Sahar, what are you gonna do in the 10 minutes?
I think Frankie's still knitting, but also like,
Yeah.
kind of like peering up, just like.
Are we in like a hallway? Are we in the big?
You're
dining
in the
room?
hall. So,
Okay,
like the magic tower, the Arcana Tower, that's a much better name, the Arcana Tower, opens up into a hall, not unlike the Grand Hall where you had dinner, just like smaller kind of
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sahar is like walking the perimeter of the room, like rubbing his necklace furiously and like kind of looking for the cat, and is clearly just like, okay, gotta find the displacer beast. Gotta find the displacer beast. Oh, gotta find it, and like kind of looking, but also kind of just panicking.
I was gonna say,
Alright.
if he does that for the entire 10 minutes, after a certain point, Sinesh will get up and go over and be like, "Do you want a hug?"
Yes,
I give him a big hug. Like,
he's very big, so he bigly hugs you back.
she's not small.
Oh, that's true. We're both pretty pretty
Yeah,
rectangular.
you're what, 6'3"?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm 5'10" and pretty beefed
it's a
up.
very, very rectangular hug.
very, very Dorito shaped. But yeah, she's like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out. And she sounds like she's trying to convince herself as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Nimble back?
Not yet.
Nimble comes down now at this point in time. You sort of all meet back up.
There they are.
Nimble looks very dejected and says, and also like looks surprised that you all are still there, and says, I couldn't find Merida and whoever that guy was.
Oh.
Okay. So then we promised Merida we would get the cats. So we're
Yeah.
going to do that. And then we're going to go back to the office. And if it's still locked, then we'll hold on to the cats until morning. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Next hour.
and then first thing in the morning, we will talk to someone in charge if we don't get to tonight.
An adult.
Yes. Not us. Okay, Nimble, can you smell anyone?
Anyone? Yeah, I can smell you right now.
I mean, we got two more cats. Can you smell them separately from the ones in the box, or are those going to be distracting?
That is a good question. Shall I roll a perception?
Go ahead and roll a perception smelling check.
I should get expertise in that one. Seems really useful. I got a 13.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's been a lot of excitement. You are feeling a little anxious. You've gone up and down the stairs a lot. You have that black crystal obelisk in your pocket that is weighing you down, literally, but also, metaphorically.
Spiritually.
Yes. And you can't quite smell it out. Although you all realize that 2 kittens have been in towers. And there are 4 towers.
Let's
'Cause
go
you're
to
not
the
dumb.
next tower.
That's why you got accepted to Gromany.
Going to the tower.
All right.
I thought, are you doing Thomas the Tank Engine theme? Like, is that our walking music?
I
thought we
feel
discussed this.
like we established this list.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did
Yeah.
discuss that.
Two things were established: that Thomas the Tank Engine is our theme music for walking around, and that the new code word is Babadook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear the Thomas the Tank Engine theme, my brain goes to the Wallace and Gromit theme. Like it's like, oh, that's the Wallace and Gromit theme. Wait, no, it's not. I don't know.
I discovered recently that if you ask Alexa to play the Thomas the Tank Engine theme, she does.
That's amazing.
Love
Does she
it.
play the Thomas the Tank Engine 50 Cent mashup?
She does not. It's just, vanilla Thomas the Tank Engine.
Alas. Gotta get that spicy Thomas.
All right. Well, Thomas is, scoring us as we walk down the hallway towards. I think you're just going south, right? That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you approach a tower. Little plaque outside the tower that says social. All the towers have plaques. It's just the first time I've told you about it.
Social.
This is for people who have charisma. We should all go. We don't have Nor here. We should come back later.
So everyone give me an investigation check, please.
Investigation. That's a 2!
2!
I got 7.
11.
I found a building. I'm in it.
This is a plaque.
I got a 17.
All right,
Thank God.
so to the rescue, again, Nimble, excellent at tracking down Displacer kittens, it would seem. You notice that there's a little bit of dirt in this tower, and going, like, there's stairs going down, like, towards a basement, and you can see tiny little, like, kitten footprints in the dirt heading down.
I'm gonna stage whisper, "It's down there."
Okay.
And I'm gonna jaunt down.
Is there light coming from the basement, or is it like dark?
There's like sconce type things with torches along the wall, like lit all the way down. It's not like a creepy, it's more like the tower goes up but it also goes down, and you notice as you go down several levels, deeper than you would expect, you're passing more classrooms and stuff along the way. There's a lot more classrooms that look like Sahar, what you expect classrooms to look like. Desks and chairs, books.
Not 12,000 swords.
Not 12,000 swords. No.
Okay.
And you finally reach what you feel like is the bottom, but this seems very different from the rest of the tower. And there are a lot of interesting growing, like it's plants. It's like a greenhouse down here, with herbs and beautiful flowers and things you see commonly around the world, but also things you've never seen before, strange, exotic things. It's just like,
whoa.
Oh, wow.
Make another investigation check, everyone.
10.
18. I rolled above a 10.
Again? Oh no.
I got a 6 this time.
All right, so
Plants.
Sinesh saves the day.
I did it. I didn't think I'm competent.
Sahar is like, plants.
Wow, plants! He's just like holding all of the plants, like, wow, look at this one, it's green.
My cat nature takes over. I start gnawing on something.
No.
I'm gonna throw up later.
So, Sinesh, you notice, that's amazing. I'm making a note of that. For no reason at all. Your face is so good. Okay, so you, Sinesh, notice that some of the low-growing plants have been disturbed and like pushed through, but it's also a lot bigger than a tiny Displacer Beast kitten has been to this point in time.
I relay that to everyone in a lower tone, sotto voce. It's like, that looks bigger than what we've been dealing with so far. Do we know how big these kittens get before they become beasties?
Big. Big cat sized.
Oh.
I feel like they're medium, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, which still means big cat size.
Yeah. Yes,
like,
they're very, I mean, they're like panther size.
Yeah.
Right?
Not quite lion.
Yes.
Not Quite Lion is the name of my band.
Amazing. Nimble, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Because of the plants.
Because of the plants.
Because of the plants.
Oh, I hope I don't make it. I got a natural 20.
You do make it.
Good.
You do make it. You feel yourself starting to feel a bit stronger.
Oh.
Than yesterday?
Yes, than yesterday.
Now there's nothing in your way.
Your loneliness
also-
is not killing you.
All of your friends start to look at you really strangely. And you can't quite figure out why. And the rest of you notice that Nimble appears to be getting bigger.
Oh, do any of the other plants look like they've been nibbled on?
Make an investigation check.
Gotta roll well twice, Amara. Let's go.
Nope. 11.
I've got a 12.
That's enough, because you have already put it together. Yeah, you notice that it looks like kitties have been snacking, maybe.
If one kitty's getting bigger, then the other kitty probably also got bigger.
I don't think our box is gonna hold a bigger kitty. And then I look at my little net. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work, guys.
Has
Maybe
anyone
it's
told me I'm
temporary?
bigger now?
As you are having this conversation, a low sort of growl comes out.
Can I roll Arcana to look at the specific plant that has been consumed?
Sure you can.
Let me see here. Holy shit, that is a 21.
Hot damn.
Yeah, okay. You have read a lot of books. You've read a lot of books. And you do vaguely remember seeing this flower, the one that is kind of connected to the grassy part of the plant that Nimble chewed on, and which looks like maybe some other kitties have helped along the way at the other plants. And it's got this bright yellow flower that like spews out very like Stranger Things Demogorgon style. It's kind of what it looks like. And you know from your reading that it is regularly used in potions that accelerate aging.
Oh.
Do I know if the acceleration is temporary or permanent?
You believe it's temporary.
Okay.
Now I need everyone to roll
so,
initiative, though. Because of the growling.
There it is.
Dexterity, right?
Yeah, so in your D&D Beyond, there'll be a thing that says initiative. It's your dexterity modifier, but...
I got non-natural 20.
Roll a d20.
Frankie.
I got a 17.
17 for Sinesh.
I did better than Sahar. I got a 5.
2 again, Sahar? Oh my gosh. Okay. You got a 5. Interesting.
Sahar is just really into this fucking flower right now.
Like, I'm kind of rolling decent tonight, so my curse may have shifted onto you temporarily. I'm sorry.
It's gotta be passed around. It's not fair for someone to have it forever.
Well, now that I've said that, like, I've jinxed myself for sure.
And we all thank you for bringing it back on yourself.
All right. So,
Cheers.
It's a plant that temporarily makes aging happen.
Okay. Does it also make things bigger?
If they age when they get big, yes. Or if they get bigger when they age, yes.
Uh-oh. Nimble, how much bigger are you gonna get?
not like
What?
I don't
Nimble, what the fuck?
What?
suddenly
time
Nimble is
Nimble is
literally
turned
10
back.
stories tall.
No, like legit. The way it was described, I thought it was an enlarge for a second. I was like, oh no, we're aging, and like, I'm at my full height. I don't know how big a tabaxi gets.
Tabaxis are taller than humans and usually get to about 7 feet.
No shit. Okay.
Nimble is about 5'1" and is like very short for their age.
Oh, okay.
Shorter than most human kids at the same age. So like, I don't know.
So you
But
maybe
this is
grow
the
like
first-
a foot.
Nimble's got a ton of growing to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is the first Nimble has heard that they're growing, and now they're like, what?
Yeah, because they were just looking at you weirdly before.
Yeah.
Cool.
Haven't you noticed us all getting shorter?
So there is this growling, and Frankie, what are you gonna do?
Can I see the source of the growling at this
I
point?
found the displacer beast.
Hooray!
All right,
problem
that's it.
solved.
Combat's over.
That's it.
You can't
did it.
see it yet, but I hear where it's coming from, sort of just off to your right, under some low bushes.
Okay, I think Frankie wants to wait until she can see it to do something.
Okay.
Because, yeah, she wants to kind of draw on her, high school wrestling days and, like, headlock it if she can.
Sounds good.
But I
All
don't
right.
know how that would look.
Yeah, so basically you would like to grapple it when you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, all Frankie is doing is like shifted low and like has that wrestler stance.
Yes. So mechanically, what this means for our new players and for anyone who's joining us who doesn't know how to play is that Emily is, I say holding her action. Other people say something else. I don't know what they call it at D&D Beyond. I say hold. Holding her action, she has said a very particular thing and if that occurs, then she gets to use her action. It like triggers it and she gets to use it. So it's like delaying it for later. The risk, of course, being that might never occur and she doesn't get to do her action, which is not a big problem unless you are casting a spell. Because if you say that you are casting a spell and it's not a cantrip, you technically use the spell slot even if it never goes off. So that is important for our new player / sorcerer to know. Excellent.
Yes.
So Frankie's holding a grapple action for later in the turn. Sinesh, rolling
Hi.
well tonight.
Well, now that we've said that, so we can't see it at all, correct?
Correct. You can hear it. You can get a sense of where it is, but you can't see it yet.
Okay. If we can get a sense of where it is, even though we can't see it yet, I would like to bap it on the head for non-lethal damage. My hope is to, since it's bigger than just a cat, not necessarily just catch it. Like if Frankie can grapple it and I can render it unconscious, and we can just put it in the box and go on our merry way.
All right.
So yeah, so non-lethal unarmed strike, please.
Excellent. Now, you're all gonna get a chance to see it as it, like, walks out of the bushes. Sahar, you have seen them before, you know a little bit about them. This is not full-sized. It's not fully adult. But it's a lot bigger than it was. Think, like, I don't know, middle child-ish, you know? It's not quite a teen displacer cat.
It's not a girl.
It's
not
not
yet.
a baby. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Everything is just going to be related in terms of Britney Spears this evening. Okay. So it's not as big as it could be.
Yeah.
So that's good. We just need to net.
So it's going to walk out on its turn.
So should I roll?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll start with
Like-
Frankie, because Frankie, you said you wanted Frankie to grapple it first, so we'll let Frankie make their...
Oh no, sorry. I mean, I can wait. That's fine.
Yeah, so we'll let Frankie make her grapple check, and then you can make your boop check.
What do I add to that?
So you do it's an athletics roll.
21.
Alright, well, let's see how it does.
Yeah.
It ain't so bad itself at this. Oh,
Come on.
well, that's an 8. So you have successfully grappled it. Sinesh, go ahead and make a...
And I believe if it is grappled, I get advantage on melee.
No, they have to be prone for that, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, no advantage, but
19.
yeah, that will hit. So do a little bit of non-lethal damage to it.
Sorry, 5. Yes, 5 damage. 5 non-lethal damage.
5 non-lethal damage. Excellent. Sadly,
And
that
as
is
a
not
note-
enough to knock it out.
No, I was gonna say, as a note for our casters and whatnot, in 5th edition, you can declare any attack you make non-lethal. You can throw a non-lethal fireball.
Actually, technically, magic ones can't be made non-lethal.
Is that not true anymore? Did they change that?
Yeah.
Damn, no non-lethal
No
acid breath.
non-lethal fireballs, unfortunately.
Huh. My bad.
It's really annoying as someone who plays casters all the time, and I'm like, I want
I was
to
gonna
non-lethally
say we
mock
played
you
our
to death.
our whole old game wrong.
Well, I mean, how everybody plays their house rules differently. I think it makes sense, though. I mean, how do you do non-lethal fireball damage?
Oh yeah,
You
no,
know?
that makes sense. I was surprised when I learned you could make anything non-lethal, so
Yeah.
it might be.
Again, though, nobody plays wrong. That's what I love about this game. Everybody plays different, but nobody plays wrong. I don't want to see anybody arguing in the chat about that, by the way, because let's all be friends. So you do 5 non-lethal damage. Sadly, not enough to fully conk it out. And it is going to take a opportunity to make a tentacle attack against Frankie. You gotten it, but those tentacles are like wily, you know?
Yeah. As tentacles are wont to do.
Does a 17 hit you, Frankie?
It does.
Ugh. That is 6 points
All right,
of
that's half.
from the... This one is not tiny. This one is bigger. It does
Right.
a little more damage.
Oof.
And that is all it's going to do on its turn. It's going to growl some more. Nimble. Because you have grown bigger, temporarily, you get advantage on your strength-related rolls.
Okay. So that would be like if I use my sword or my claws or
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. okay, I'm not gonna metagame. I was like, I do more damage with my short sword, and this is like, but no, this is another cat, and so I'm gonna use my claws.
All right.
So I'm gonna start growling
Okay.
back at the cat, and I'm gonna.
Are you also going for non-lethal damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there? Let me see.
We're using D&D Beyond, everyone. I keep turning to talk to the chat because I can see the chat as if they can, but I really should be like looking like this. It's only my job to know this camera stuff, but I'm really bad at being on camera, it turns out. We're using D&D Beyond, people in the chat. So as you see people squinting at their screens, that's why, because they're looking at their cool character sheets. We are not sponsored by D&D Beyond. I just really like them. And soon we'll be using the D&D Beyond extension, so you can also look at people's character sheets. That's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Okay, so I can't really use sneak attack because I'm not using a finesse weapon, I don't think. So yeah, it's just the unarmed strike. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll to hit, I guess. 20, not natural.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
5.
All right. Still, sadly, not enough to knock it unconscious, but you are making it real mad. So that's fine.
Oh.
Sahar, it is your turn.
What do you want me to? Sahar just like dives in and tries specifically to like restrain its tentacles.
Okay.
Would that be grappling?
Yes. Yep. So you're gonna go ahead
Okay.
and make a athletics check,
Okay.
and it's a contested check, so it rolls also, and whoever rolls higher wins.
Okay. So athletics would be a 12.
Sadly, it rolls an 18.
I'm not that athletic.
So as you try to grab these tentacles, they actually like smack back and hit you in the face. They don't like do damage, but it's enough to like kind of like knock you.
Once
Yes.
again, Sahar knocked flat on his ass.
Good attempt though. Frankie, back to you. Top of the round. You
God.
are holding this somewhat larger displacer kitten.
To do anything, would I have to like let go? Or can I continue trying to restrain?
What would you like to do?
I would also try to like either do like an unarmed strike or I don't know. Again, I'm back on like the headlock. It's like, what if I just like knock him out that way?
You know what? I will let you make
Okay.
an unarmed attack that like is kind of trying to like suffocate it a little bit. Like
Okay.
not you know, not kill it, but yeah.
You know,
You're using
respect
the
the air
wrestling skills.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead. So you're gonna make an unarmed attack. Is just your strength plus your proficiency.
Okay. Ugh. Sorry, I just totally lost what I was looking for. So, you said it was strength or athletics?
For unarmed attack, you use your strength modifier plus
Okay.
your proficiency.
What if you're not proficient in it?
You're always proficient in your unarmed attack.
Oh, cool.
What does that
Sorry, I'm totally lost.
Okay.
So are you
Perfect.
on your main actions on D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
should
is it
be-
just the like where it says the hit DC? Is that what I'm looking at as proficiency?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. So
Hold on.
there's so many.
I'm coming
numbers.
to
Do
look
I
at your sheet. We're gonna figure
do
this out.
I add strength and proficiency?
Yes.
Your hit DC
Okay.
is just the
Or
one
do-
number.
Oh, but they're two different numbers.
So unarmed strength is plus 5, which is your strength plus your proficiency bonus. Plus 3 and plus 2
Okay, so
is
it
5.
already did the math for me.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. 13.
Sorry, I didn't
I'm
know
just
it
gonna
calculated
turtle.
the unarmed strike on D&D Beyond.
Well, I was like, what are all the numbers?
Alright,
I
so
don't know.
plus 5. What did you get?
8 plus 5, 13. That is right? That is the right calculation
Yes,
math.
yes.
Okay.
Um,
I did it.
13, you say?
Yeah.
You were making, I know what I was doing. Right, you were making an unarmed strike. That hits.
Yeah. Nice.
So you're gonna do, for damage, it's 1 plus your strength modifier. So that should be a total of 4 for you.
Okay.
You don't roll for damage on an unarmed strike. You just always do like
Cool.
1 damage plus whatever your strength modifier is.
Okay, cool. I've never done an unarmed strike before.
Well, now you have. How
Yeah.
exciting!
I've never
Yay.
punched a man before.
Cool. Yes. It's still, again, not quite enough to knock it out, but it's starting to look a little dazed, maybe?
Okay. Cutting off that, good oxygen to the brain.
Yeah, exactly. Sinesh, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna bap it again, if I can.
Yeah, bap it.
Do some baps.
That is a 16.
That hits.
Or 5. Non-lethal
Yeah.
punch.
Alright, so you bap it in the head. Woo, that was a big one. And it's looking pretty like it's not gonna take much more. It's starting to like its eyes are like not fully focusing, closing sometimes. It's still there, but it looks real bad. Now it's its turn. It is going to attempt once more to strike out. This time at Sahar, who tried to grab its tentacles. But it's going to do it with disadvantage. Ooh, it's a good thing. It's going to do it with disadvantage. Oh no. Does a 22 hits you, I assume?
Yes, it does, as a matter of fact.
It is going to deal also... Oh, no, that's a little less. 5 points of damage to you. No, sorry, 4. 4 points of damage. I lied. I can do math.
Oh, my body. Sahar's just like,
Yeah, so that's what it does.
oh.
Nimble, it's your turn.
I'm gonna... Is Sahar on the ground?
Yes.
Nimble's gonna just try to nudge Sahar and roll him away from the Displacer beast kitten. Just yeah, there you go. And turn back and more aggressively growl at the kitten and swipe again with their claws.
All right, go ahead and make that swipe attack.
That is an unnatural 20.
Yeah, that hits. Do your claw damage.
Oh, that sucked. I rolled a 1 on a d4, so I got 2 damage.
You know what? All you needed was a 1. And so, with that one last swipe, you render the somewhat confused Displacer beast kitten-ish thing unconscious, and it kind of falls to the ground. And I think that is the perfect time for us to take our break. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we're all going to, drink, and I'm going to deal with this tower of stuff I have next to me. We're all going to drink some water and be hydrated and come back for the second half of Queer Questers. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Remember, if you like what you see, you can tip us or subscribe to help us get less cursed dice, this time for poor Chris, whose dice have betrayed her. And,
Yes.
or to buy us pizza. That's cool too. We like pizza. And remember, if you subscribe, you get to be an NPC in the game if any of these lovely people ever decide they're gonna go meet some other students. So.
If we don't get expelled.
If they don't get expelled. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Everyone. Hi, we're back and things look real crazy.
Hi.
Let me fix that. That was ableist. I don't know why I said that. I mean, I have mental illness. That's probably why I say that, but that's not cool of me. I'm not going to say that.
That's
anymore.
okay. We all make mistakes. It's okay.
It looks wild. We'll say it's wild. Oh, I just looked at myself in the screen and I'm cut. in
Yeah,
the
you're
middle.
just
That's
like
very
I'm
sliced
still
in
not
half.
even. I'm not even on the screen.
I'm
so
gonna,
y'all are.
I'm gonna fix
me.
it here.
Woo!
Thank you,
All right,
DM.
there's
for bringing me back to life.
everyone.
Yay!
And look, we are complete. Oh, things are weird still. I'm gonna just shift this.
I can
over
be
a little bit.
Sinesh.
There we go.
I feel like I'm more like Sinesh in real life. Like I could be. Hi guys.
Hey!
A poor cinnamon roll who just doesn't want to break rules.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description of me. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so, you're here now, Nor. Why don't you tell us how you've been feeling about all of this ridiculous stuff that has happened?
Which I have definitely been present for this entire time.
Yes, for sure. Just real quiet.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Real, just quietly having a panic attack in the background. I'm very intimidated to hear that we were fighting an adolescent tentacle cat. And I don't know. I have a lot of feelings around that I don't know if I have time to work through.
You were not fighting the
That's
adolescent tentacle cat.
That's
So what
scary.
were you doing while everyone else
What was I
fighting?
doing? Hiding under a desk? I don't. Where were we? We were in a botany type class.
Yeah, you are still in like a greenhouse, which is strangely located at the bottom of the social tower.
It's a reasonable place for that. I am hesitant to suggest this because of what might happen, but what if one of the kittens had tried to get out of the box and I was engaged with that the whole time?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we
Please
won't
don't get
like
out of
roll
the
or
box,
whatever, but
kitten.
I love this idea of like a comedy of errors where like you're trying to
Yeah.
shove these like kittens, these 3 kittens back in the box and they keep like
Yeah,
popping
they're like
out.
fighting. They're fighting a teenage tentacle cat, and I'm just like sitting there like, no, no.
All right. Excellent. And so, having secured the kittens back in the box, ensuring that you do not have to do this whole task over again.
Did not have to go Scooby-Doo like around.
Yeah, you Scooby-Doo, but with the Thomas the Tank Engine music.
Whoa.
You turn around to witness what has been going on and see an unconscious adolescent Displacer beast.
We
Sort
did
of
very
in Frankie's
specifically do non-lethal damage, so it is just concussed.
I would also, like, Frankie is laying beside it, just kind of, like, out of breath as well. Just
Yeah.
on the ground, staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, Sinesh is just like, okay.
Sahara's curled up on the floor.
All right, so let's get you in the box and continue. Okay.
Nora's like, wait, no, we're not opening the box. I have been fighting to keep the kittens in the box. We are not opening the box.
Wait. What are we gonna do with this cat then?
Put it in the
Oh.
box.
We have another cat to put in the box.
Oh no. Okay, but we have to do it fast.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry, the size of this cat will suppress the other cats if you just put them on top. They can't get through the bigger cat.
Yeah. All right. Do you need help,
Kind of a
Frankie?
cat barrier.
Frankie just kind of like gives a thumbs up and like rolls up and gets to her feet.
Okay.
He's like, I'm good.
Yeah, I get. Okay.
All right. Let's get this cat in the box.
I feel like that's a euphemism, but No, it literally just
literally
is.
gets
Like,
put in the cat.
Literally
It's
putting the
a
cat
This
in the
is
box.
we're in high school. Barely.
I had the dirtiest of my minds when I was in high school.
I mean, yeah, but like this is Harry Potter high school where everyone is nice.
Okay.
Is it though?
Alright.
I don't know. All I'm saying is Harry Potter High School is real straight.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true.
That's all I'm
Until
gonna
you
say.
find out 8 years later by word of God that it's actually not.
I mean, like, I always had a crush on Cho Chang. So.
Well, who didn't have a crush on Cho Chang? Let's
That's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
I am so in love with Cho Chang.
So Frank,
That's the only Harry Potter I want to talk about.
I think Frankie and Sinesh will manhandle this cat into the box.
All right.
Like if Nor's ready with the box lid,
I don't know if there's a lid, but I'm picturing Nor just like
yeah, and we'll just dump the cat in the box.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. With teamwork and Nor having sort of subdued the kittens that were already in there, you managed to get it in.
That's 4 out of 5.
The box, that's 4 out of 5. The box is a lot heavier now, Frankie.
Right.
I helped get Sahar up off the ground. I know.
Thank you.
I know it sucks.
Oh,
The tentacles are not fun.
no.
Do you want to piggyback up the stairs, Sahar?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, that's so hard.
Okay. All right, we have one more to find. Do we want to go just head to the last tower and start there?
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
And cue
Mm-mm.
our Thomas the Tank Engine music.
Yeah.
I love this.
I'm
It's apathetic.
Sahar really grumpily just like
Okay, hold on. In my mind, it was just like music playing like from the heavens, but now has Sahar actually been doing the Thomas the Tank Engine song the entire
I'm willing
time?
to headcanon that, yeah. Sahar's just like except now it's
It's like off key and slowed down.
it's G major, but not actually.
now.
Amazing. All
All
right.
we would like to head to the 4th tower, please.
All right, you head towards the fourth tower. It is, that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm Canadian and from Northern Ontario. I don't know directions.
I'm from New England, so if you give directions where something used to be 10 years ago, I'll understand it.
Right? Don't tell me to go east or west. What the shit does that mean?
No, it's legit. Like, take your right where the Ramada used to be.
Yeah. And then drive for an amount of time.
Yeah, like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
None of this
All right, anyway.
go 5 kilometers crap. Okay, so you all walk
Distance is
200
actually-
feet to the east down the hallway. No.
Sorry, you mean we walk 10 minutes? Or, I don't know, 200 meters. It's more like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't take you very long. I need to figure out the scale of this.
It's a magic school. The scale changes.
Yeah,
at-
scale changes.
when you need
Also,
it to.
like, we're walking slowly because we're looking for the pitter patter of little feet.
Yeah,
And because I'm 50% conscious.
Also because Sahara is only 50% conscious.
Is Sahar
Frankie's got
like
a giant box.
hurt? Does Sahar need healing, or is Sahar just like having an emotional time?
No, Sahara
Both?
got zapped by a tentacle.
Okay.
50% of his consciousness, yes.
As did
Ooh.
Frankie, I believe, get hit
Yeah,
50%.
Frankie is half off.
Heck.
Yeah, you two are half off. I'm a third off. So
Well,
Nimble's
if
still
any
okay, I
of you
think.
actually get to the point of dying, we can talk about my spell slots. But until then, unfortunately.
It's fine. We'll get
No,
the
we're good.
last cat and then I'll sleep it off.
yeah, let's go
Right.
find this last cat.
Yeah, I think a long rest might do you good.
I agree. I could really go for a long rest.
Yeah, at
Alright.
this point it's not a nap, it's just bed.
So, if you're just going straight, you actually are going to exit out of the building and, like, walk through the courtyard and have to go back in the other side because the school is kind of like, you know, U-shaped,
Oh.
basically.
Oh, we don't want to do that. We want to continue down the hallway.
All right, then you're going to have to go back the way you came.
That's fine.
Okay.
Do we know that? Are we good enough with knowing the school?
Well, do we have a map?
You have a map. You students do not have a map.
Oh.
I thought Sahar had a map last episode.
Did you have a map? Did I
think
give you
so?
a map and forget it? You have a map! It's fine. It probably was stuffed into the pages of Mediocre Beasts and where you might locate them.
There you go.
Which, do you still have that, Sahar? Did you run out with Mediocre Beasts in hand?
Please tell me you still have that somewhere.
I hadn't originally planned on it, but if you would like me to have done that for a spicy choice that Sahar will now regret, I will have done that.
Sahar can do whatever they want. I would just like to know.
I'm going to say that in the panic, he probably took it, and it is now dawning upon him as he's looking for the map, like, I
That
stole
he
this.
has also stolen. Oh no.
Nor we're gonna need a really good lawyer.
So I think we're going to need a really good priest. Luckily, I'm supposed to actually be a priest.
Alright. So using the map, you make your way back the way you came towards the Arcana Tower, and then turn the corner, go past the dining hall towards the Marshall Tower and your residence. You get down there to that grand hall, and you turn left again. It's a whole lot of left. Kitty!
Oh.
And just down the hallway, you can see that like protruding roundness that tells you the final tower is approaching.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's look for cat prints. Cat smells. Cat whatever.
Amazing. Nor has a hat. Again, this is my favorite thing about this layout. Sorry, I get distracted by this. I think I need to fix it. So you approach down the hall to the final tower. When you approach it, you see a plaque that says survival skills.
That's not ominous.
Well, Nimble, can you smell anything? And we'll look for prints on the floor.
All right,
Yeah.
sure. Nimble, go ahead and make a smelling check.
Are the rest of us making perception checks?
The rest of you are making investigation checks.
Investigation checks. I have something very important to show all of you. So because we were rolling like garbage last stream, I brought this guy to help me roll.
Dice tower?
This is my big gay dice tower.
That's very
Amazing.
good.
It's really big. It's like pretty close in scale to my face.
I don't use dice towers, but I need it.
Yep.
I need it with an ache in
Alright.
my heart.
So gay dice don't gay dice tower, don't fail me now. What's my modifier on investigation? So that is a non-natural 20.
20 on investigation. What'd you get on smelling, Nimble?
22.
Amazing. And the rest of you, Frankie,
Four.
Sahar, Sinesh, how did those investigation rolls turn out?
That is a 16.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm seeing a no from Frankie and Sinesh, so, all right. Cool. Nimble, you're all looking towards the tower, and you smell something kind of earthy, twiggy. Smells familiar. You've smelt it before. Nor you do see tiny little, like, evidence of cats, some hairs, a little scraping, like maybe where its tentacle attacked something.
Okay.
But you also see humanoid, like, footprints. Nimble, the smell of the earthy thing is coming from behind you.
Oh no.
I'm gonna look. What is it?
It is Madame Raven
Oh yeah.
standing behind you, holding the final Displacer kitten.
You found it!
Standing beside her is also Professor Theraval and Merida.
How does Merida look?
Make an insight check.
Oh, come on.
May I also do that thing?
Yes!
18.
12.
Yeah, you can both tell she looks pretty sheepish.
Okay, but she doesn't look like she's super in trouble and we're all gonna get expelled.
No. Well,
Okay.
it's hard to tell. She looks sheepish.
That's
Frankie,
4.
What was that?
I said we got the other 4.
Frankie
Good.
holds out the box.
One of them is temporarily bigger, but we think it will not be soon. I look at Sahar for confirmation.
I think so. Yes. Also, I have this, and he holds up the copy of Moderately Interesting Beasts and Where One Might Locate Them.
Professor Theraval steps forward and, like, gingerly takes it from your hand, but a little bit kind of looks sad that it's coming back to him.
Sorry.
Don't worry, Zelda, you're not a mediocre beast.
We're sorry. We just wanted to help.
And Madame Raven says, I think it's very noble that you wanted to help. You were perhaps a little misguided in attempting to take it on your own and you know, not informing a professor that there were displacer beasts in the school. However, I respect and appreciate your desire to help a fellow student, one who isn't even in your group.
Well, yeah, she asked for help.
Thank you.
Of course, you know, you broke the rules. And that needs to be discussed. But I think we can discuss it back in our home. After we've all had a drink of something warm. And a time to decompress from this night. And she takes the box from Frankie. She's quite large. She can handle the box. And she turns towards Professor Theraval and she says, Erden, I believe you know what to do with this. And he kind of like grabs the box, but he's definitely not as strong. He kind of like hunches a little bit and he's like, certainly. And he kind of like turns and like walks down the hallway with the box.
What's gonna happen to them?
Well, I think that it is best that they stay in our collection. Students can learn from them and we can care for them and make sure that no unnecessary harm comes to them.
So Merida can still visit them?
Well, we'll discuss options.
Something like clearly dawns. Is there a bestiary here?
Well, of course there is.
It's the first time we've seen Sahar look excited this whole time.
My primary classes are all about the care of all creatures.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You'll be taking my first year History of Creatures course.
Cheers, that's a lot of history. Okay.
All right, shall we return to our residences?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, of course.
And she kind of like gestures for all of you to go, and she follows behind you closely,
We go. We go.
watching you as you Yeah. You Thomas the Tank Engine down the hallway back to the residence. You enter the residence. Your teleportation circle is there.
Oh, right.
Babadook.
Babadook!
Babadook.
Babadook.
Humperdinck.
Is Madame Raven with me?
Yeah, she's waiting.
Can you take me?
You'll have to learn to get used to this eventually. And she takes your hand and she, like, firmly, but still, like, kindly guides you onto the circle and says, "A Babadook." And you
Sorry.
find yourself all standing back in your fairy purple room.
Frankie would like to find the nearest couch or chair or whatever cozy thing and just kind of like...
Yep, so you can do that. You sit, there's like large overstuffed chairs and couches to lounge on. Madame Raven snaps her fingers and the fireplace starts up. And a tray with like steaming hot chocolate appears to like float through the air.
Liquid chocolate or just
No,
solid
like,
hot chocolate?
It's hot chocolate in cups on a tray.
Okay.
What's the marshmallow situation in the mug?
This is important for Chris to
can
know
I-
out of game.
Can I roll perception for marshmallows?
Yes.
How
Roll
many
for
do-
marshmallows.
I
How
can't
many do
believe
you
you're
perceive?
making this roll for marshmallow perception.
She asked. She gets to roll for marshmallows.
Perception. Oh, there it is. That's a 10 for marshmallow perception.
You
dear.
see marshmallows, but it's not easy to figure out which one has the ideal amount of marshmallows for you personally. Until
Sahar grabs the mug that he perceives as having the most marshmallows.
excellent. All right.
Sinesh just thinks a floating mug of hot chocolate is the new coolest thing ever, and she takes one like, wow.
Nor still cannot believe we have not gotten in trouble, and so she like very hesitantly like and like perches on the arm of a chair, just like waiting for the shoe to drop.
Amazing. Frankie, are you having any hot chocolate? I mean, I know that you've moved into a...
I think Frankie's just kind of, if Nimble doesn't get some themselves, I think Frankie wants to make sure she gets a mug for Nimble.
Frankie's the best.
So nice.
We have so many mom friends in our group. It's great.
Nimble needs the moms. Nimble is.
I was gonna say it's like everyone but Nimble.
Yeah. So Nimble, like, gingerly take the mug from Frankie, and just kind of sits on the floor, still looking pretty dejected.
Does Nimble like to be like pet like a cat, or is that like off limits?
That's a good question.
Better find out.
One way to find out, Frankie.
I would like to take this opportunity to say that Queer Questers encourages consent before petting.
Petting of any kind.
Of any kind.
Any kind.
Yes means
True.
yes.
Well, I think Frankie just kind of like, without thinking, just starts kind of like, with the ears just right by, I guess, where she's sitting, just sort of absentmindedly starts, and then like immediately kind of pulls back when she realizes that may not be a welcome thing.
Definitely starts purring. Nimble definitely starts purring.
Adorable. So you're drinking your drinks, you're being cute, you're being nervous, and
Yeah, I
Madam
think
Raven...
we're all just kind of waiting for Madam Raven to say something.
Madam Raven says, "You have had an exciting first day."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that when we spoke earlier, I told you that you just needed to say my name, to summon me if you required assistance.
Mm-hmm.
You did not think that 5 missing displacer beasts in the school required assistance.
We felt confident we could look after it.
We didn't want to get expelled, and we'd also I didn't want to be an inconvenience.
We didn't want to get Merida in trouble, and she was worried.
That is...
Actually starts to cry, like a little bit, like real quiet, but like crying.
No.
Where are you sitting, Nor?
I was gonna say, yeah, where are you sitting?
Nora's like perched, not like sitting, but sort of like very tentatively, on the like arm of one of those super cozy chairs.
Are you close to anybody?
Yeah.
I think we're all probably pretty close to each other, right? She's trying pretty hard, like, not to be noticed, but I would say she's not far enough away that she's doing a very good job.
Are you within reach for Frankie to just kind of like put out an arm onto like her hand?
Aren't you
or
kind of
Yeah.
on the floor?
Or Sinesh. Hi.
Nimble's on the floor by Frankie's feet.
Oh, okay, Nimble's on the floor. Yeah, sure. Let's say that I'm perched on the arm, like, behind where Nimble's on the floor.
Okay. So I just kind of put a just reassuring large orc hand.
You pet Nor.
I go to- Yep.
Instinct.
Amazing. So Madam Raven says, "I feel conflicted about how we should move forward in this situation. Professor Theraval tells me that something is missing from his office. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?"
I gave back mediocre beasts.
Yes, I don't think that that's what he was particularly worried about.
Oh. Why doesn't anyone else like that book?
Oh god.
Nora's like looking at everyone, sort of like, did we accidentally steal something? I don't remember stealing anything, guys.
I was gonna say, Sinesh has no poker face, so she looks genuinely confused.
Yeah.
Nimble's gonna stand up and like walk over to Madame Raven and like just whisper in her ear, like, I think I took something. I'm so sorry. And is just gonna like try to very subtly slip it into her hand or her like whatever she's wearing, a pocket.
Okay. All right. She's wearing very tailored clothes. So you do like see like a little pocket kind of in the blazer that she's wearing, and you slip it in, but as you pull away, it's just sticking out awkwardly.
Nora's very intentionally not looking at
Sinesh is like unabashedly horrified.
Yeah, Sahar's kind of just like,
Oh no.
Oh.
Frankie is just like stone faced. Nothing is like, he's reflecting nothing.
So
And Nimble's just gonna hang their head like ashamed. And yeah.
well, I think that having it be returned will solve many of the problems. I think that perhaps an apology to Professor Saraval would help He certainly understands the excitement of the first day of school at Gromany. It's not entirely uncommon for students to get in over their heads. So, that's fine, I suppose. But you still broke the rules. And we must find an appropriate consequence for that. And she looks very stern. Sort of much more stern than you had seen her to this point. And she says, "You will come to my office after your classes tomorrow. You will find me in the survival skills tower, and you will assist me with relocating the Displacer beasts to their new home."
Reasonable. Yes, ma'am.
It is detention. Do not mistake this as fun.
Nor hiccups. She's still crying.
And with that, everybody roll a perception check.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
She lying, isn't she?
16.
Nah.
7.
9.
22.
22!
All right, Nimble, Nor, and Sahar, you notice that she's starting to crack just a little smile at the corner of her mouth. And she kind of like, just shakes a little bit, ever so slightly, and like pulls herself together and says, "Well, I think that you will have a good time here at Gromany, and I will see you in class tomorrow." And she just like abruptly turns and leaves
Good
the room.
night.
So Nimble wears like a tunic but no pants, and it's gonna be like playing with the frayed edges of the tunic, and turns to everyone and says, I got everyone in trouble. I'm sorry. And is just gonna turn and walk towards the dorms.
Sahara's gonna follow and like catch up to Nimble. And he's trying really hard not to spill cocoa as he's like catching up. And
He's like Thomas the Tank Engine.
yeah. Cocoa everywhere. Marshmallows everywhere. No, he's like trying really hard not to spill his cocoa. And he catches up with Nimble and he's just kind of like, I didn't see you take it, and like that's really cool because that's not a thing I can do, and I'm not mad. I think it's really cool because I'm Butterfingers because I have 3 of them.
Nora's like, Nimble, wait! Oh, and then it's too late, and they're over by the stairs, and she's like, well, of course that happens.
Is Nor still crying?
Yes.
Sinesh comes over and is like, "Do you want a hug?"
Nora is breathing kind of funny. She's like, I read a book one time where the students were punished and they had to write lines, except the lines were like in blood on the back of their hands, and I was so scared that we were gonna have to write lines.
Okay. Sinesh wraps Nor in a hug. Nor definitely needs a hug.
Frankie doesn't really know what to do with that outpouring of emotion, so she kind of sidles over to Sahar and Nimble. And just kind of like mumbles like, yeah, we're not mad, Nimble. It's fine. And kind of gets a little more composed and just sort of says, I know you said you don't really think before you do things, but I like that you follow your intuition. I always second guess everything I do.
Me too.
Boy, I am very overcome with emotion right now. Like I'm about it.
And we have such a good like balance of high school emotions here because we have the person who completely overreacted and the person who was like, crime, cool.
Be gay, do crimes.
That should, like, when we make Queer Questers t-shirts, we should put Be Gay Do Crime.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yes.
No, but sorry, let's bring it back to the
that.
scene.
I was trying to give Kay time to think.
So yeah, Nimble is I don't think cats have cats have tear ducts really? I don't think.
No, they got a little.
You're also not a cat. You're like an anthropomorphic.
Yeah, I'm a furry.
Yeah. I was gonna say it, but yeah.
Sessions, but there it is.
Okay, but someone suggested that our shirts should say "Be gay, do crimes, immediately have a panic attack," and I think that is clutch.
That's what it'll say on the back.
Oh my
Be
God,
gay,
was that
do crimes, immediately have a panic attack.
So yeah, Nimble is gonna saddle up real close to Sahar and Frankie and like and give them hugs and yeah, I think Nimble doesn't know what to do with this. Like they've never really like been in this situation where like one that taking things was bad or that like, you know, no one was expecting them to do better and people appreciate them. Like they're overwhelmed. They're just like happy, sad. I don't know.
Frankie just kind of like puts. How big is Nimble now? Is Nimble still?
Oh, no, Nimble has, over the course of this time, like, shrunk back to normal Nimble size.
So, Frankie wraps a large half-orc arm around tiny Nimble and just, like, pats.
Yeah.
I also appreciate that Nimble is Donald Duck in it.
No pants!
Sure, no
the
pants.
best life.
No pants.
I respect it.
That's what Nimble Gibbs shirt is gonna say. Be gay, do crimes, no pants. I'll make it so they all say "Be gay, do crimes" on the front, and then different.
And then some
things on the
character
back.
specific thing on the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
So-
is the
so
best.
Norm
So-
tries to like hug, or sort of like offers to hug Nimble, and is really embarrassed that she's crying so much.
Nimble hugs Nor as well, and like is like crying a little bit too, like is just like overwhelmed, and so
There's a lot of feelings, a lot of hormones.
also sniffs Nor's tears just to like see what they're.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's normal.
Yeah, that checks out as accurate cat behavior.
Dinesh at this point is just kind of rubbing Nor's back as she's hugging Nimble. It's like, oh, I hope everyone feels better.
This is the most adorable, wholesome moment.
Then we all go to bed.
We go the
In separate beds.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear. I mean, there was back rubbing, but it's separate beds.
puddle.
I like to
Puddle.
think that before we go to bed, nobody really knows how to end this hug. And so we're all standing there a little bit too long, wondering, like, how...
Do I leave first? Do they leave first?
Who does leave first? I love this idea.
Oh no.
I feel like Sahar reaches
a Spice movie that ends with this, where it's like they're all at a fountain. Does anybody remember what I'm talking about?
I do, and I can't think of
I
it.
think it's Ocean's 11.
I think it's one of the Ocean's 11 movies.
Yeah. Sorry. Please keep
I
going.
feel like there's just like a really distinct point at which Sahar is like engaged sort of tangentially in this hug and then remembers his cocoa and then remembers that he's half conscious and he's just like, okay, good night.
And at that point, Dinesh tries to like herd them into bed. Like, let's all go to bed now. Let's all go to bed.
All right, and so you enter into your very purple bedroom, and you are struck yet again by the fact that there is nothing in this room that you didn't bring in that isn't purple. Floor, ceiling, curtains, bedspreads, everything. The walls are purple. The whole thing's freaking purple. It's a lot of purple. Hopefully you like purple.
That's
Nimble's gonna
Dinesh's
get
favorite color.
and Nimble's gonna get into their own bed
All right.
this time.
The bed that is not a mattress, but is actually
Yeah.
just all of
Their
that
nest.
stuff. Yes.
It's a nest.
Yeah. Into your nest bed. You are, by the way, free to request an actual mattress if you would prefer, Nimble. They were just trying to make you comfortable. So, but we can put a work order in for a new mattress for you.
Can eat the grass and throw up. Like, it's perfect.
Amazing. And so, you all fall into sleep exhausted from this day that you had, which I would like to point out began when Nor came skidding into the scene in a minecart. And then you proceeded to trek up a mountain. So, it's been a long day.
It's been a
Been a
long
long-
day.
It's been
Very
a real long day.
day.
And so, you go to sleep exhausted, maybe a little nervous, maybe a little excited, knowing that tomorrow is your first day of class.
And our first day of detention, don't forget.
And your first day of detention.
We're going full Breakfast Club on this bitch.
Yep. Okay,
So,
but who is who?
Good question.
We're all Ali Sheedy. We're all Ali.
Oh shit.
No, actually, I think Frankie's the jock. You're Ali Sheedy. Nimble's probably Bender.
It was definitely Bender.
I'm probably the princess. Hi, baby.
yeah, that leaves Nor
And
with
Nor's the nerd.
He's not even a good nerd. He's just an uncomfortable nerd. Which I suppose describes Nora.
Amazing. And so at this point in time, you all get to take a long rest,
Woo.
which means healing up, healing your little
Yes, please
sadness.
heal
So
up.
on D&D Beyond, at the top of your thing, it says long rest, and you can
I
like
did it.
click it, and it will reset everything. And that is where we're going to call it tonight. And I think, as a reward for our first month and fighting a Displacer beast and catching 4 other Displacer beasts, we're gonna go to level 2.
Holy shit.
It only took 1 day of game time, but that's fine.
It was a long ass day.
And that's what's important.
It
How do you do hit points? How do you personally do hit points?
I like my actual personal preference for doing hit points.
As the DM.
Well, you're the DM, so it is your preference.
So hit points are it's up to you. You can roll if you want, or you can take the average. I really don't have a preference how my players do it. So you roll your die, then it tells you to roll, and then you add your Constitution modifier. Or you just take the average, which is 1 higher than half your die, basically. And then add your Constitution to it. I personally prefer to take the average, especially at the lower levels, because there's nothing worse than rolling a 1 when you're just like, I'm so squishy, and I want to be less squishy.
Oh, you do one or the other. You don't do whichever's higher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You gotta choose what you're doing.
Oh God.
If you're going for that roll, you are committed to the roll.
Fair
I
enough.
support that.
Because I'm hardcore, I guess.
Well, you're not hardcore.
Unless you live hardcore.
So yeah, we'll wrap it up. No one needs to hear all of our details about, leveling up, but we're going to level 2.
Sorry,
Yes, go ahead.
will D&D Beyond do the level up for us, or is that a thing we're gonna have to discuss once the stream's over?
Yeah, it will do the level up for you. I can talk you through it.
Nice.
It's pretty straightforward. Oh! Things were moved around.
Sorry, I got disconnected for some weird reason.
Oh, I didn't even notice it. Now
okay.
you're over there. On that note, the names are crazy. Things have gone topsy-turvy. Sahar, I think that you should... Actually, I'm going to make my announcement, and then I will tell you what you should do.
Oh.
Announcements. Tune in. Watch us Saturday. It is a Cold Iron Saturday, as all Saturdays are. It's a progress episode, but it's going to be strange, because I'm going to be running it. You normally find me on the Winter Oak side, but Jordan left us to be in the United States for PAX, and thusly now I have to do his workload. Don't go into business with people.
We stole him.
It's fine.
Rude.
Just return him, please. I can't commit all of my Saturdays to D&D. Actually,
Yeah,
I totally
alright.
could. But, yeah, so Cold Iron progress this week. It's going to be strange. There will probably not be Etten sex, but maybe. Who knows?
I was gonna say, it sounds like y'all have a lot of sexy times over there. I don't know.
They certainly do in
Winter
Winter
Oak.
Oak.
More so than progress. Progress is very I think we'd all be too suspicious
Winter,
for any
the Winter
I
Oak
know. I
players.
think as the
shenanigans.
DM, you should bring the sexy. You should bring
I'm gonna
sexy
try
back.
to. I'm gonna try. The Winter Oak players are a group of very filthy moms. It's my favorite. And I'm gonna bring that dirty mom energy over to Progress. So tune in
Wow.
Saturday for that.
I gotta
Of course.
start watching Winter Oak.
Come back and see us same time, same place next Wednesday, where we will see how this all turns out. How does detention go? Maybe we'll find out.
Will we all get tentacle cat companions?
Will they all
No.
get tentacle cat companions? Yes.
I'm never gonna call them Displacer beasts. I'm sorry.
All right. So
They're-
thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget, subscribe, tip, tell your friends to watch us. Do whatever you can. We love all
Wait,
your
what were you gonna tell
support.
Sahar? What were you gonna
Yeah,
tell?
yeah, get in there. Get in there.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm just asking for money first so we can make our Be Gay, Do Grimes t-shirts.
Yes.
Be Gay, Do Crimes. I feel like it said Do Grimes a little bit. I mean, if you want, sure, as long as you have her consent. But Crimes, Be Gay, Do Crimes. T-shirts are coming eventually. Would you all give us money?
only if you support us.
Yes,
so.
if you support us, because we're all broke millennials. So support us in whatever way that you can. Financially, word of mouth. We love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. And Sahar, I think you know what you need to do to take us out of here.
Do 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 do.